Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Server 21. This is Admiral NEELIX. As you can probably guess, today's video is going to be about the Franklin. As you see here, the Franklin A is en route for a little bit, and I'll be talking a little bit about original Franklin and what you need to do to get the Franklin A if you want to get it for free. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. And while I'm at it, I want to thank all the subscribers and viewers who have been very kindly watching my videos. I appreciate that. Of course, these videos are meant for my crew, but for you who have joined as subscribers, if you learned something, great. If you're a veteran of the game and see something better than what I'm doing, please tell me in the comments. That way we can all learn from each other, and I appreciate that very much. So subscribe, share, and like. Okay. So as you can see here, I have my Franklin A. It is at Tier 3, okay? And I have to be at level 41 or 42, I believe 42, to where I can upgrade it again. Because like the original Franklin, you have to be at certain levels to get certain things to build it up. So we'll touch on that in just a little bit. Right now, let's take a look at a couple of details. At Tier 3, you'll see that my warp range is at 85. Okay, now when you get the Franklin A originally, you have to be at shipyard level 35 just to build it. And once you build it, the warp range will automatically, right off the bat, be at warp range 75. That's pretty high, so you'll be able to get up some good distance with that. I'm going to show you where I'm at real quick, and that way we can go ahead and show you some crew stuff and everything, just like the original Franklin. You'll be using Pike, Moreau, and Talon. So where I'm at on the map is way up north in a deep, deep space compared to where you see my home in the middle screen. And I'm able to get up here where the middle of the screen is right there. But right off the bat with your Franklin, a couple of things are going to happen with your Franklin A, rather. With your Franklin A, you're going to be able to kill those 35s considerably easier. But you'll also be able to come up here to these level 37s. Spots, and you'll start being able to kill them. Now it may take you a trip or two, but once you build that up to the next tier, you'll be able to come on over here, as I'm showing, to the level 39 areas. And then of course you'll have wanted to do your research for the Franklin. That does apply to both ships, and so let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. We're going to go to where was I going to? Research. There we go. Sometimes when I'm making these videos, it's like I get sidetracked for some reason. So we're going to tap on the research building. Let's get in there, hit the research button. And I believe what we're going to want to see is Galaxy. So we're going to go to Galaxy. And we're coming over here, and you'll start seeing here, I believe, the U.S. Franklin. All right. As you'll see in the middle of the screen is where it's about beginning. Along with shield modification, hull durability, and things like that. Anything that has to do with research for all ships you're going to want to do, because it will apply towards your Franklin, your Devore, your any specialty ship that you have, right? So here's the Franklin, impulse speed max, frequency, modulator cost efficiency. That means that you're going to get more of the modulators as you turn them in and things, or get them and stuff like that. You're going to want to come over a little bit here. There we go. For anything that says swarm on it. And you'll want to do all of these researches as well. Again, that will help not only the original Franklin, but it applies towards the Franklin A as well. Okay. And being an explorer, any research that has to do with explorer, you're going to want to do those too. So let's go ahead and come back over here. And I want to go into the view here so that I can show you that I do have the trio of Pike, Moreau, and Talon. Now, as far as PvE goes, Talon and Chen are going to be the ones that you switch back and forth. I kind of make it easy to remember when it's a specialty ship that you're fighting, like Swarm and Borg, you're going to want to use Talon in those spots. And that's contrary to what some people will say, well, wouldn't you use Chen in this because of the type of ships you're fighting? Not necessarily. I don't know if it's a mistake or a glitch or whatever. Maybe they meant it this way. But the powers that be made it to where at least those two, you fight them a lot easier, the Borg and Swarm, you fight them a lot easier with Talon. Now, if you don't have a Franklin, any explorer will be enhanced by this crew when fighting Swarm, depending on what level you're at. I have, on the other hand, have had really good luck when I was first starting to get my Franklin. I didn't start building it up at first. Kind of like many others, I didn't see a need for it right off the bat. I was using my Mayflower. Then I got my Saladin, and I was really kicking some good butt. However, when I reached the point to where I had to kill 35s, it just wasn't cutting it. So I started using my Franklin, and I was like, wow, okay, a lot better. Then they brought out the Franklin A, and wouldn't you know it, they brought out the Franklin A like the day after I maxed my original Franklin. Darn the luck, right? So what I went ahead and did was I went ahead and kept my original Franklin, and so I still have it. And then I ended up getting another original Franklin because I had it in my mind that since they did that, what if they come out with a Franklin B? Don't hold me to that. I don't really think that's in the works, but you never know, right? So here we go. We're going to go over to the scrapper real quick, and I want to show you a couple of things. So I have two Franklins. I have one here at level 26, as you kind of see almost to the middle of the screen. And then I have another one over here that is level 45. So let's get to the meat of the problem. If you're going to scrap your original Franklin to get the new Franklin A, do not make this mistake that some of the crew have almost made. I'm going to touch scrap here. And you'll note there, the second one in, you're only getting 25 blueprints for the Franklin data core, right? This is basically like the same thing that you do when you scrap your Stella. Okay, if you scrap a Franklin, make sure. Let me cancel this before I accidentally do it. If you scrap a Franklin, make sure it is maxed, not only tier but full level 45. Okay, as you see here on the screen now, you get 200. All right, now let me cancel this real quick. We're going to come over here to this tab that opens. We're going to go to refinery. And thank you, Scopely, for changing the way that this happens. I find this to be like really nice. We're going to go to resources. As you see right off the bat right here, the very first one, Franklin 2.0 blueprints. We're going to tap on that. And you'll see that you can get these chests here. The 40 chests cost 200 of your Franklin cores, right? So if I scrap that Franklin, then I come over here and then I tap this 40 chest, and that will knock those blueprints into the area here. We're going to go on this tab here again, and we're going to tap the ship one. Then you'll be able to come over here, and you'll see your blueprints will be full where the Franklin is. And I pass it, and here we are. You'll see that it'll be full here, so then you can build it. There's a little confusion of that going on right now, is how do I do this? How do I do this? And you know what? For the life of me, sometimes I mix up some of these ships. And the guy who was asking me, I kept on telling him the same way that you do the Stella. And we were heavy talking about the Stella, so I kept mixing them up. But for the sake of that, that's how you find your blueprint. So you're going to come here, and then you're going to build it and speed up or whatever. Scopely, please make a speed up for the scrapper. I think we would all benefit from that. Okay, so now that we have our ship where it's at, when you have it at the ability to where you can start killing these ships, certain levels and whatnot, you are going to have to kill higher ships, of course. And all the research, the tiering up, your crew, all of that matters when it comes to building these researches. So let's tap on that. You see that it's a 13 million. I'm at a 1.1 million. And you'll see me destroy it fairly easy. You'll see my hull go down a little bit, and and that will be that, right? Okay, remember to let your shield regenerate as you just saw it before attacking the next, because if you attack it while shields are down, that's going to take away more hull each battle. Now, to get that one extra kill, what you want to do is kind of tap on all of these guys, and you want to find one that's already smoking. You'll see the sparks on it and all that stuff, and that way you can just get that little extra kill per trip. Now, as it is now, it takes me 2 trips to come here to kill all the ones that I need. All right, but let's take a look at what all I need. So I'm going to tap on the missions and daily goals here. As I bring you down here, we're going to come on down to where it says swarm something something, swarm watcher, and more, right? But I want to point out something to you that you get when you get the Franklin A, and this starts the moment you get the Franklin A. Look at here where it says defeat level 32 plus swarm. It's 3 times bonus with Franklin A for your 15 swarm and so on, and that begins when you get your Franklin A. Okay, so what I'm doing with the swarm that I'm killing now, for every one of those that I kill, it counts for 3 kills from level 35 down. You get that? Now you're not only getting the kill count automatically, you're also getting the loot. You're getting those you know what? I forgot what they're called. I'm not even going to lie. Let's go take a look at them. Frequency modules. There you go. FMs. You're getting those as well to go towards your count. As you see here at the very last one, and I just turned it in not too long ago, so of course I can't show them to you now. However, you're going to get from the 37s on up, you're going to get the new frequency modulators, Mark II. But the kills that count towards the 35 and down, you're going to get the old style frequency modules for them. All right, and that'll build up your count. And in this resource area here, when you tap that, you'll get a choice of 3 chests to open up. And like many others, I just wait until it's all 3 available, and therefore that will count towards building up the amount needed for the Franklin A, if that makes sense. While you're here, you'll be able to do your missions and gather these swarm biotics, par steel. These here that look like little net balls, those are going to be gathered from the Franklin A. And the ones that you automatically gather from the 35 down will also appear in this area here, and you'll be able to gather these as well, giving you resources to build and build. So that's what you want to do. So remember, let's go through this again on how you get it. You scrap your original Franklin, full level 45. You come over here to refinery, all right, and you go to resources, and you tap on this first one here. You punch the 40 chest one, all right, and make sure you wait for that. Because if you don't, you're going to have to get a Franklin and build it up every time just to get these. So only do this when you have all 200 available, okay? I urge you to do it that way. Otherwise, look, guys, the Franklin takes forever, and it does. It takes forever to build up, all right? Especially towards to a couple last tiers where you're starting to need 1 million frequency modulators each thing that you're putting up there, the gun, the shields, the warp engines, all that stuff. It takes 1.5 million each. So wait until you have full level 45 so that you can get all 200 all at once, and all you have to do is just wait the day that it's going to take to build it. Again, you have to be at shipyard 35 to do so, level 35 at shipyard. So, don't try to have your Franklin maxed right around that time when you're level 35, so you don't have to wait so long to get the Franklin, and continue doing your swarm missions. All right, so guys, that's pretty much it for the Franklin. You can, as far as lower decks is concerned, you can keep it pretty standard. Balance out your attack, your health, and your defense, if you must. That's basically all I'm doing. You're going to have the 1 or 2 chairs at the bottom, and 2 or 3 chairs later on as you build her up. But she's a darn good ship, and I will tell you something. By accident, I went exploring up into one of these areas up here. I think it was like this, it was possibly here at this level 40 and 41 in the middle of the screen. One of those areas there with the Franklin at tier 1, I was able to defeat a couple of the reds in there. So that's something to consider as well. The Franklin seems to be, the Franklin A, as a matter of fact, seems to be a little better in that respect than the original Franklin. So, as we build on and learn together and everything like that, again, I thank you for watching. All right, like, subscribe if you did. Share if you want to, if you have a friend that needs help learning some stuff. And, of course, old veterans who might have a better deal than I do, hey, man, let me know in comments, man, because I do take in consideration and test out and everything based on what I have from what you give me. So until next time, guys, I hope you have a lot of fun. Take it easy. All right? And good luck. Take care.